Commander Keen, Doom, Space Quest. These are just a few of many classic PC games from the 1980s and 1990s. But did you ever wonder why there weren't many Japanese games released for the IBM-compatible PC? Well, you should. It's because Japanese games are awesome. Let's rewind to around 1978. Jack Tramiel, CEO of Commodore, was enjoying the success of the Commodore PET in North America. Tramiel decided to market a localized version of the PET in Japan, which was an untapped market up until that time. Satoru Iwata, the late Nintendo CEO and video game pioneer, cut his teeth on the Commodore PET. Japanese electronic giant NEC announced they were going to enter the home computer market. Jack Tramiel briefly discussed this event at the Commodore 64 25th anniversary party.
NEC made an announcement that they are coming out with a personal computer. The following day, our sales dropped by 99%.
In 1979, NEC released the Z80-based PC-8001 personal computer in Japan. This was followed by the PC-8801 in 1981, and in 1982, NEC released the first model in the PC-98 series, the PC-9801. The PC-9801 is a significant piece of Japanese computing history. It would go on to dominate the Japanese personal computer market for many years. The original PC-9801 was built around NEC's own clone of the 16-bit Intel 8086 microprocessor running at 5 MHz. Much like the IBM PC, the PC-98 continued to evolve, eventually using later x86 and even Pentium processors. The PC-98 was similar to the IBM PC in a couple of ways, most notably with its x86 processor. The PC-98 was also capable of running MS-DOS and even Microsoft Windows, although these versions are localized to the PC-98. However, this is where the similarities end. Most IBM PC software simply won't run on the PC-98, and vice versa. There's a couple of reasons for this. The BIOS, port addresses, and memory map are completely different. The PC-98 used C-Bus expansion slots, which was a proprietary 16-bit expansion bus designed by NEC. The PC-98 graphics subsystem supported 640 by 400 resolution, 16 simultaneous colors, 56 Hz refresh, and 24 kHz horizontal frequency. This was drastically different from CGA, EGA, and even VGA standards in the West. The PC-98 also had a dedicated Kanji ROM chip for text generation. IBM-compatible PCs lacked this chip, so PC-98 software would not display properly on a normal PC. The MS-DOS command line interface is familiar to PC users, with a few differences being the backslash delimiter is replaced with a Japanese yen symbol. Also, unlike an IBM PC, the device you boot from is always assigned drive letter A, including the hard disk. The PC-98 uses a proprietary partition table for its hard disk, and a 1.2 MB high-density floppy drive as opposed to 1.44 MB for PCs. When I received my PC-98 a couple of years ago, it took me a while to fully understand why this was not an IBM-compatible PC. The sound system was also dissimilar to standard IBM PCs. The earliest PC-98s had a beeper speaker, but it wasn't long before NEC offered a Yamaha YM2203, a 3-channel FM synthesizer, and a programmable sound generator. In 1992, NEC released the PC-9801-86 sound card, which featured a Yamaha YM2608, which is a 6-channel FM synthesizer that is also capable of sampled sounds. The YM2608 is very similar to the YM2612 used in the Sega Genesis. I just love the sound of FM synthesizers. Now, some models like my PC-98 have the FM sound chip built in. Of course, if you had one that didn't, you could always buy a C-Bus expansion card that would add this feature. Well, all this technical stuff is great, but what about the games? In the early 1990s, the PC-98 made up 60% of the Japanese home computer market. Its open platform and popularity attracted the attention of some notable developers, such as Zunsoft and Compile. Here's just a few of my favorite PC-98 games. Whoa, okay, so I guess I should mention that there are a lot of hentai games on the PC-98.
Hey babe, I'm about to go to the store. Do you need anything? What do you think you're watching?
This just popped up, As with IBM PCs, some incompatibilities exist with really early software. There is no one single PC-98 that can play all games. I personally chose the PC-9821 CS2, which has the Yamaha YM2608 built in, and IDE, so it's easy to add a compact flash hard drive. IBM worked with several Japanese manufacturers to steer developers into standardizing Japan's computer market to IBM-compatible PCs. The PC-98, with its increasingly proprietary software platform, slowly lost market share. The last true PC-98 was released in 2000. The PC-98 is still largely unknown outside of Japan, but it's a cool piece of computing history that I am proud to have as part of my collection. Whoa, okay. So, I guess I should mention that there are a lot of hentai games on the PC-98.
Hey babe, I'm about to go to the store. Do you need anything?